This is the Bottom Line Sports Rock Podcast. Dennis, the Beer Man. There's Brad. Let's go.
Hello, everybody. Hey, Dennis Dillon, why don't you introduce the show? Or are you too busy counting all your money from this weekend's football bets?
Live from Lexington, Kentucky, in the middle of a heat wave in the third week of August. It's 2023, y'all. I don't know if you know this or not, but gambling is about to become legal. Live from the ESPN 1300 Sports Studios, it's Dead Air Dennis along with Beer Man from Classic Rock 92.1 in Lexington, Kentucky, and Brad Taylor from ESPN Radio. Hello, Brad.
Why did you raise your voice when you were talking about Beer Man, and then when you talked to me, nobody could hear you?
Side hustle, Tourette's. Sorry.
He was excited to talk about me.
Oh. Has anybody else ever said that ever about you?
Oh.
By the way, yes, Side Hustle, book, sports gambling, coming out September 7th.
Why, thank you for asking. Terrarium is the name of the CD, and it's 5 songs that Brian and I have recorded in the last year or so. And
okay. Well, I mean, you mentioned Side Hustle first.
Right.
So now I'm done with it until the end of the show.
Beer Man, what do you got?
Thanks for bringing that up. I have nothing going on.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you do. You're on this show, and you're about to start a really cool show on Classic Rock about football.
Indeed.
Yes, we're very much looking forward to that. Tell us about it.
Brad Taylor will be joining me once a week.
Oh, God.
For the Bet of the Week, brought to you by DraftKings, proud sponsor of Beer Man on Classic Rock.
You should call it the Side Hustle Bet of the Day or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're welcome. That's what I do.
I'm going to call it the Terrarium Pick of the Week.
Can I be on your show,
How
too,
many
Beer Man?
R's are in Terrarium, by the way?
4.
4? Are we sure?
3.
Yes.
Yes, because one of us in this room
One of them
Here
is
comes
silent.
the spelling bee thing.
is
Hang
a
on. Let
two-time
him do this.
Madison County Spelling Bee champion.
You know how you get him to stop talking about the spelling bee?
Ask him to spell.
You couldn't spell cat if we gave you the C and the A. Oh, yeah, I've heard that. That's what Thomas Hollywood Henderson said about Terry Bradshaw before Super Bowl 13.
Preseason week number 3. Here we go, boys. No, I'm not really concerned about the Bengals not scoring an offensive touchdown in this.
Timeout! I need a timeout on the floor.
Did I jump? Did I move ahead too far?
13-13, Bengals Falcons. That didn't bother you at all?
Preseason, man. How much money did you lose betting on the Ravens? That's what I want to know.
Oh, that was sad. Very sad.
Sad, really. They won 24 in a row.
It's Team A and Team B. I don't look at it as the Ravens. I don't like the Ravens because they have to play the Bengals every year.
What was the money line on who beat them?
Washington.
Who beat them?
Washington beat Baltimore.
I'm sorry. My question was going to be, what was the money line on Washington to win?
They were a 1.5-point underdog. Was Washington?
Oh, that should have told you everything you needed to know.
Oh, yes, a whole 1.5. Yes, that's such
screams,
a monumental favorite was Baltimore in that game.
Screams Washington money line.
So that's 24-1 now in their last 25 games.
Yeah. What about the Minnesota Vikings? Have you been since you love trends and betting trends? Did you bet against the Vikings, who have lost 11?
See, I did not know that until you told me.
I'm experiencing the weirdest deja vu right now.
Are you now?
So,
what about the computer? Is the computer experiencing deja vu?
Do you guys really think I'm crazy for betting preseason games?
Yeah.
Even if I'm winning?
Dude, no, do what you got to do. It's fine. It's great. If you're listening to this podcast and you bet preseason games, good for you. Go for it. Have fun.
And we're going to give you that information.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to help you because this week the Steelers are playing the Falcons.
Steelers are playing the Falcons? Are they really?
Yeah.
I did not know that off the top of my head. But yes, you are correct, sir.
I'm taking Team A.
Both teams undefeated in the preseason.
I don't like your all's attitude right now. I really don't. So if I'm grinding out a hustle and I'm grinding out winners in this preseason based on historical data, not off the cut of their jib, not off, they passed the eye test, is that crazy of me? Or am I really just making money here? Or am I really smart like a fox, crazy like a fox?
Side hustle?
That too, yeah.
Reel it back in there.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you for both responding to my wonderful.
What was the question?
So you guys think I'm crazy for grinding out a profit?
No, we said
you bet preseason. You enjoy betting preseason.
I do.
Do what you do, man.
We have. You do you.
Fly your freak flag, buddy.
All right. So we're ready for sports gambling.
I am not going to hold my breath as to whether or not a team wins or loses in preseason.
Okay.
The coaches are just, let's try this and see if it's going to work.
Do you think that I watch all these regular season games like you guys do?
Yes.
Do you really?
No.
As, Dillon and his intern over there, Callie, passing notes in study hall. Like, let's say bad things about Brad and Beerman while they're just sitting right over there. But I'm not going to let them see the piece of paper. Do you like me? Circle 1, yes, no, maybe. I understand the whole gig over there. I get it. But, I mean, that's why you're laughing at me, Dillon. You don't want to say anything. Now you're just talking about, penises and pants parties. That's where this show has gotten to, folks. Dennis Dillon, are you ready for gambling?
Yes,
The
let's go.
views expressed by Brad Taylor do not necessarily.
No, Brad, I've just been on your Saturday morning show, your Sunday morning show, your horse racing show, your NFL show, your NFL podcast for the last 3 years talking about gambling. Of course I'm not happy
This
about it.
isn't my podcast. I thought you started this podcast.
You're the one that asked the question.
I don't like the answer, though. Maybe I didn't want to know the answer.
We just come in and talk. You're the one that has to do all the work.
That's true. You guys literally, how did I have to do all this work?
How do you reach over and hit that record button and talk into a microphone?
How do you wake up every day and look in the mirror and say, it ain't somebody else's fault, it's my fault?
Dr. Rashard Cohen just called and said you're
Dr.
knocked up.
Richard.
Why do either of you all buy shampoo?
NFC East divisional odds. The Philadelphia Eagles are your favorites at minus 135 as the beer man steals Matthew Lawrence's candy over there. I'm sure I'll get blamed for that too. Dallas Cowboys, your second choice, plus 190. New York Giants, plus 850. That seems like a big number. And the Washington Commanders / Commodes, 16-1. Dillon, we'll start with you since you seem very obtuse here.
I'll throw a little bit of money on both Dallas and I forgot the other team. The Giants.
Dallas and the Giants.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm not convinced that the Eagles come back the way they did last year. I'm not convinced.
You think? I don't like playing minus numbers when it comes to division odds, especially. Am I kind of stepping out of school with that one there?
No, it makes sense.
No, you don't play the minus numbers. If you're going to play the minus numbers, you don't play at all. You just move on to something where you can actually make money.
So you're saying take one unit and split it up on Dallas and the Giants.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
I would do that.
Beer man.
Philadelphia is going to win this division. They still have a great offensive line. They still have a solid offense.
Their offensive line is old, man.
Still good. Hey, my thing is, I think Dallas is going to step back. I think their offense is going to be pretty bad this year.
Dallas scares me a little bit.
And I think the Giants potentially could have a little bit better season than they had. That being said, it's still barely better than 500. But Philadelphia, I think they're not going to be as good as they were last year, at least as far as the record goes. But they're still going to win that division.
New York Giants just paid a lot of money for that quarterback that a lot of people
Overpaid.
Maybe.
Absolutely.
Maybe they see something we don't.
Or anybody else in the free
What
world.
is he making a year? Does anybody know off the top of their head?
He's like one of the top 15 paid quarterbacks now.
Yeah.
Would you say he's one of the top 15 quarterbacks in the NFL?
If you had to put him around 15, maybe.
Honestly, I've never been impressed with him, but
I haven't either.
But the kid can run, and they've got an offense, and they got weapons, man. He's been there's been a lot of talk about Darren Waller.
Darren Waller's great. Their receiving core is still incredibly weak.
Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, they've got the tight end. They've got the runner. Exactly.
Saquon Barkley in a fantasy draft. Where would you draft him, Beer Man?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
I wouldn't draft him. He would go before I would draft him, kind of thing.
You're not very good at fantasy football, are you?
No, but
he's top 10 easy, right? Top 5 running back.
Top 10 running back.
He looked great last year.
By the way, when is our drafts?
I don't know.
Okay. Can't wait for those leagues. So we have who did you take in the NFC?
The Philadelphia is going to win.
Yeah, I hate to say it. I think I would stay far. Who's the better quarterback? Jalen Hurts or Dak Prescott?
Jalen.
Who is the better coach? Mike McCarthy or anybody Philadelphia rolls out there?
Sirianni's
Nick
coach.
Sirianni.
Yeah.
Nick's a good coach. But you know what? I think Brian Daboll right now is the best coach in that division.
I don't disagree with that.
Not Riverboat Ron Rivera?
No, I don't think he makes it after this year, if he makes it through the full year.
Yeah. For this division, I would pass if I was standing at the sports book, but I'm like you guys. I would take Dallas simply because they're plus money. But this is
I wouldn't take Dallas. I'd take the Giants over Dallas.
You would,
Yeah.
because you're getting plus 850. You trust.
If Dallas and the Giants had the same number, I would take the Giants over Dallas.
You trust Daniel Jones that much?
No, I trust the rest of the team that much. You know what? I like Daniel Jones more than Dak Prescott. Not that that's saying much at all.
Understood. Let's get to a division where the beer man knows all about. The NFC North. The Detroit Lions, America's sweethearts, plus 140. Vikings, plus 275. Packers, 4-1. And your Chicago Bears, also 4-1. Beer man, remember, we're trying to have unbiased commentary and unbiased handicapping here.
What's the over-under on the Bears wins this year? 6.5?
Yes.
Yeah. They say the training camp has not been impressive.
What?
That's what I've heard.
What are you watching?
That's a surprise to the beer man.
That's all I've read on.
That's what I've heard.
Beer man sits up all night reading training camp updates.
Justin Fields for the MVP this year, the number is like excruciatingly low.
He's the favorite, which is a little ridiculous.
He's not the favorite. He has the most action out in the desert.
Okay.
Joe Burrow is actually the favorite for MVP. As crazy as that sounds. He's 6-1 to win.
Jamar Chase is one of the favorites for
Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what it's morphed into. The MVP is for quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Offensive Player of the Year is for a skill position, runner, receiver. So, yes, your thoughts on the NFC North, unbiased.
Who wins the division? Start at the top.
Who wins the division? I'm going to go with Minnesota. I don't feel great about it. Yeah, to me, this is one of those divisions that I think the champ could have 10 wins.
If you have a good vibe, if you have a good feel for this is the one where you make some money.
Yes, everybody's
right?
at plus odds here. Mm-hmm. Yes.
So
you're saying Minnesota?
My guess right now is you're going to have a 10-win team, a 9-win team, and an 8-win team in that division. I couldn't tell you honestly which is going to be which. I would put Minnesota at the top just because, Kirk Cousins has been in that system. He's got another year with the coach. Detroit, what have you done for me lately? You had a good last year, but you're still a prove-it kind of franchise.
Last time Detroit won their division, you know what year that was? 1993.
93. I almost said
30
83.
years. Callie wasn't even a gleam in her parents' eyes at that time. How's your teeth over there? Thank you.
She has her wisdom teeth taken out. Be nice to her.
I'm trying to be kind. Sorry.
It's a struggle for you, isn't it, being kind?
No, I'm just trying to be nice to someone that I'm usually not very nice to. Because
nice of you. That's a really nice of you to reach down from your godlike pedestal.
Because the annoyance factor in this building, especially this week, has been through the charts.
So back to what I was saying. You throw out the Chicago Bears, right? And you got the other three teams. Whichever team has the best defense of those three wins the division. And which team is that? I don't know. I'm curious to see what Green Bay's defense
I would say it would be Minnesota. Detroit's defense was awful last year.
And Minnesota's
I know they
wasn't that
worked on
good either.
improving it. Yeah, Minnesota's wasn't great.
That's why I say I'm curious to see what Green Bay has defensively, because if they have a defense, they might surprise a lot of people this year.
My thing with Green Bay is you couldn't make the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers last year. You didn't really gain anything. Why is it going to be a better team with Jordan Love?
Just saying.
You ever heard of the Patrick Ewing theory?
Tell us more.
Hmm?
Tell us more.
Oh, I will tell you more. When he was injured in 1995, the New York Knicks basketball, beer man, yes, they were better without Patrick Ewing, someone they had relied on for over a decade. They were better. They went through the playoffs, got to the conference championship without Patrick Ewing.
You could have gone with Ja Morant. That's a more recent carry on.
Thank you.
Same thing happened
with the
Grizzlies last year.
It's not even close. But anyway, I think we're going to have that with the Packers this year. You want to upset pick? Packers 4-1 to win this division.
Thank you.
I want to take the Packers. They're at 7.5 wins. That's one of my best bets to go over 7.5 wins in this division. Can they go 8-9? Absolutely. Jordan Love, is he good? Probably not. But I'm fine with going over 7.5.
How do you go 8-9 with a quarterback that's probably not good?
How do you have the Detroit Lions as the favorite to win your division? You're going to put your money on Detroit?
I didn't.
Okay, you put it on the Bears.
No, you asked me which one I would take to win, and I took Minnesota.
You took Minnesota. Kirk Cousins.
I'm not. The division is down.
Right.
I told you. I think 10 wins gets this division.
Okay, I think Green Bay is the one that gets 10.
Ugh. Yeah, I'll put money on that with you right now.
Okay.
Well, that's why we're here.
That's
here to have.
Why we're here. Start flashing those bills, boys. I can't wait to see them.
I'll see you over at the Red Mile, September 7th. NFC South. New Orleans Saints plus 120. Atlanta Falcons plus 215. Carolina Panthers 4-1. Tampa Bay 8-1. Dillon, start us up.
Tampa Bay is going to be terrible. We know that, right?
Baker Mayfield, your starting quarterback,
Yep.
finally announced. Yeah.
That's a done deal, right?
Yep.
Yeah. NFC South. Saints defense is going to play a lot to do with that situation. Is Jameis Winston starting or
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr
or is
starting.
Derek Carr?
Mhm.
Derek Carr. What about Winston? Does he factor into this at all at any
Backup.
point?
Still a backup.
All right. Derek Carr is a pretty good quarterback. The Atlanta Falcons might surprise some people this year. What's the over/under on them this year?
I think they're 8.5.
Well, that's a big climb from last year, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Carolina would be better if they had an offensive line and not a rookie quarterback. That kid's just going to get killed. You can toss Tampa and Carolina. So it goes.
I don't think you could toss Carolina.
You know what?
I think you can.
I think you can too. So Miles Sanders is there now, right?
Yes.
Why didn't they keep Deonta Foreman? Nobody ever talks about this guy. He was in Texas. He was with Houston,
Yep.
the Texans,
Mhm.
and then he went to Carolina. And he looked great last year with Carolina, but he gets no love from anyone. I don't know what the deal is there. But anyway, man, that's a tough one. Give me the Saints.
Saints.
So here's the weird part. I think the best coach is in Carolina and Frank Reich. I love Arthur Smith, but I think
I do like Frank Reich too.
I think Ritter is. I don't think he's going to survive in this league for very long. And then you got Dennis Allen, isn't that the head coach in New Orleans?
Yes.
I love Derek Carr, but I think they have a horrible head coach. So it's like nobody seems to have the best package. I wanted to take Atlanta in this division. I can't do it with Ritter. You know, we were talking about the bad quarterback Jordan Love. I can't do it I can't say I don't think Jordan Love's got it and then turn around and be like, but Ritter's got it. I've got to go with New Orleans, but I want to take Atlanta. Not with that quarterback.
I am taking Atlanta. I like their coach, unproven quarterback, but he's got a lot of help, especially on offense. And, yeah, I'm taking the Falcons plus 215 to win this division here.
Yeah, the Falcons are going to surprise some people this year.
NFC West, San Francisco 49ers, odds-on favorite, minus 160. Seahawks plus 195. Rams 10-1. Cardinals 25-1. By the way, one of the third most bet team in the desert to make the playoffs at 10-1 is the Arizona Cardinals. Why is that?
People love throwing away money.
Don't know about Kyler Murray, but for the division, it's going to be a little tougher for them.
Colt McCoy, undoubtedly. I mean, best quarterback in the league, right?
As far as backups go, he's probably had more playing time than almost any of the other
That
ones.
doesn't make him good, though.
No. But
Reminds
he's
me-
still in the league.
When I was a kid, there was a guy named Don Strock, and he played for the Dolphins. And before Marino got to Miami, he would come in and just light people up, but then he never would start the next week. But anyway, go ahead, NFC West.
Again, you got to look at everything that's around. I like the consistency that's in Seattle. Is Geno kind of a one-hit comeback wonder? Maybe not. He was the most accurate quarterback in the NFL last year. They added, what is his name, Jackson Jigba Smith?
Yes, the receiver.
Yeah, that's an unbelievable receiver room right now. I don't want to like Pete Carroll, but he continuously gets the job done. Geno Smith, probably not the best, but he's getting the job done. I'm going to take – I don't – Brock Purdy, people are getting tape on him now.
What's the juice on San Francisco winning the division?
-160.
Yeah. That's actually a lot better than I ever thought it would be.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to bet one division and if you're going to put $100 on any team to win their division, that's the one.
And I know you're Mr. Parlay over there. How about parlaying Eagles-Niners division?
That's not bad. I mean, I kind of think that Philadelphia will regress a little bit this year, but that doesn't mean they won't win the division.
Right.
So yeah, I could go along with that.
That would be if I would endorse parlays, which I don't, beer man, which I don't suggest to certain people, Dillon. Yes, that would be a parlay that maybe I would think about as you sit over there, still wanting every time you hear that the media talk about, oh, I just hit that 12-team parlay for $150,000. Oh, that could be me. We're still waiting on those.
Why do you think I'm fat with a jack, man?
I'm fat with a PH. So I don't care what you tell me, man. Other people around here call me fat. That's my response. They don't seem to like that very much.
Wow.
I know.
You really put it right in their face, don't you?
Yeah.
In their face.
In the face. In the face.
Yeah, this is the easiest one, though. I mean, because you can just toss Arizona, the Rams, Seattle. They're all terrible. They're all going to be bad this year.
The Rams dealt with so many injuries last year. You still got Sean McVay. You still got Stafford.
Yeah, that's two. One of them's on the field.
I mean, who's the best coach in that division? Is it not Sean McVay?
It's Shanahan.
Shanahan, easily.
Easy.
Have you seen the Shanahan coaching tree?
How many Super Bowls has he won?
Dillon, do you have a DJ tree of like people who have served under you and then gone over to other places? Yeah.
You're looking at two of them right now.
And the other ones are in L.A. and Atlanta.
She's going to go further than anybody else that I've ever had before.
Because she's 19 and smart and like does theater.
And I don't want to go anywhere else.
What about me? Am I under anybody?
No.
I did not train you.
No, you didn't. That's
and
why I'm
I don't think I could stand.
You learned all these mistakes on your own.
You're absolutely right. And I have so much help in here on a daily basis. Anyway, that's good. Let's go over real quick. NFC conference to win the whole thing and get to the Super Bowl. Eagles plus 250. Niners 4-1. Cowboys 6-1. Detroit 11-1 to win the conference and go to the Super Bowl. First time ever. Saints 12.
Now listen, at that line, yeah, I like Detroit. 11-1.
You're falling for it.
That's fun. No, that's fun. That's spicy.
What are you basing it on?
I'm just basing it on the fact that I like their coach and I like their offense and their defense should be better. Should be better.
You like their quarterback?
Well, listen, I mean, you're talking about going to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Representing the NFC. I mean, do I think it's going to happen? No. But at 11-1, it's
pizza
spicy.
Money? Pizza money
it's
prop?
saucy, man, yeah.
To me, it's Philadelphia or bust. I don't think San Francisco's the number 2 team, but I know they're the third choice right now for the Super Bowl.
San Francisco is tough right now. That line on Dallas is kind of fishy. I mean,
6-1.
6-1.
That's because they're a popular team.
Well,
that's the only reason, in my opinion.
It could be.
The coach is awful. The quarterback's average. Defense is excellent. But when was the last time you looked at a defensive team thinking that's the one that's going to win the Super Bowl?
Don't know. I just think that there's a lot up in the air for this year.
Chicago Bears 30-1 to make the Super Bowl.
I'll put a couple bucks on them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want me to hold your hand over at the Red Mile and
I don't
help
care.
you do it? Yeah.
Whatever it takes.
Me, you and Stivers going in a threesome.
Do I need to remind you 2 years ago when the Bengals were 80-1 to win the Super Bowl and I put $10 on them?
I thought you said $1.
No, it was 10.
Was it 10?
Yeah.
It'll be 100 by October.
10 to win the Super Bowl. 10 to win
Next
the Super
year
Bowl.
it'll be 1,000.
All right, are you done yet? Can I finish?
I'm sorry.
Side hustle. Anyway, they went to the Super Bowl
Marrero.
and probably should have won.
What's the name of that album? Marrero? Tropicana?
Chris Collinsworth was on the NFL Network the other day, and
Torero.
even he was like, he goes, the thing is, Cincinnati got a bad call late in that game, and he goes, even we were in the booth going, oh, it was deflating.
Yeah, it was bad. But what are you going to do when you got the league is trying to prop up a brand new team in Los Angeles, and the Super Bowl is in Los Angeles, and you're trying to win new fans in Los Angeles for this new team in Los Angeles.
LA doesn't need help.
Yeah, they need help,
No.
and they got it.
Well, I mean, okay. That being said, I talked about this on the radio yesterday. I'm putting money on Cincinnati to win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, boy.
And I have a lot of faith in that bet.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a bookie, may I suggest Brad the bookie?
No, I'm going to go to the Red Mile.
Oh,
And
okay. We don't have that juice. We'll just do it straight up. An envelope game.
Gamble legally.
Yes, legally. Okay, folks. So are we all agreeing that we're going to take the Bengals plus the points at Washington on Saturday night, 4.5?
I would take the Bengals plus the points. I mean, they're due to show a little bit of offense and to try to get after it a little bit harder. But I wouldn't take the money line.
No, I'm going to take them straight up.
Yeah.
Oh, a little money line play. How about?
That's probably pretty solid. I mean, they probably want to show up in a game this preseason, although they don't care.
The Bengals have 8 days. Washington has 5 days. To me, that makes a world of difference. If a team played on Monday Night Football and then had to turn around and play Thursday night, I would take the team that didn't have next to no rest.
Yeah.
Total 37. Any opinions on that? Because I have.
Yeah, you got to take the under.
Nope, that's the over. Wait.
No. You're not even
36 and a half is over. My bad.
37 above, go under. 30 under 37, go over. I'm cashing tickets like crazy on this system. And these guys are like, is it 37 or is it 30?
I did put $5 on every over-under in week 1 and made like $20.
Thank you very much. I'm trying to give you people money here.
It's still the preseason. It's hard to get excited.
I don't get excited.
It's so cute how Brad lives for our validation.
Yeah.
I have nothing else. I'm
Sweet
going
of you.
home to clean up diapers tonight.
It's sweet.
So I have nothing else.
For the record, Brad does not have a kid.
I'm still going to clean up diapers, though, because I take care of someone. I am a provider of joy and whatever it is.
I thought that's what Wheel of Fortune was.
We watch Wheel of Fortune every night, and we'll watch it again tonight. Here we go. Wednesday night, Stay-Jack.
It's part of all of our futures.
So,
if you have any love for your parents whatsoever, it is part of your future. So get used to it.
especially if
I'm taking my dad to Washington, D.C. in a couple of weeks.
Oh, what are you doing there?
My dad was selected for the honor flight.
Oh, that's a big deal?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Are you not familiar with the honor flight?
No.
They fly veterans. They fly a select number of veterans to the memorials in Washington, D.C. They do it once or twice a year.
Wow.
I think it's been twice this year, but
Nice.
here's the thing. My dad is almost 80. We fly out at 5 in the morning. We get home at about 10 at night. I don't know how he's going to make it through the day.
The odds he goes through the day without a nap of some sort.
He'll make it, but yeah.
18 hours sleep.
That is a long stretch for
well,
Gary.
salute your dad for me.
Absolutely.
Bottom line said, may the winners be yours. So, yeah, there you go. Any closing thoughts as we get out of here on a shortened version, for obvious reasons, of the Bottom Line Sports Rocker podcast? Week 3 of the preseason. Guys, we're 2 weeks away now from the regular season. Next week is win totals, your favorite win totals. We're going to go stem to stern on all these. And hopefully we'll have some better attitudes in this room and somebody else won't be here, which might be an addition by subtraction, if you know what I'm saying.
How dare you talk about my intern like
Callie,
that?
you can be my +1 next week.
Aren't you gone by next week? No.
She's coming back.
Zoom.
We're going to Zoom her in.
Zoom. Callie, yeah, give us some thoughts on what you think about this podcast. Into the microphone, as Dennis Dillon. Yeah.
I feel like I've learned so much about preseason sports betting, and I'm actually going to go on my way to do that right now. So.
Really? Where are you going? Indiana
I'm
or
going
Tennessee?
to the sports betting place.
Oh, well. Do you know my friend Brad the bookie?
I do.
Yes,
I do.
yeah, he will take your action, if you know what I'm saying.
We're good buds.
Yes, exactly. The juice is not, yeah.
And I'm also going to get a signed copy of the newest bestseller novel.
Quit letting
What's it called
him
again?
feed
I
you
forget.
lines. He's feeding you lines over there.
What'd you
Stop.
say, Dennis? What'd you say?
You should have named it Brad Taylor's Juice.
OJ.
Speaking of juice, this this show has gone straight down the crapper.
Hey, speaking of
God.
laying wagers and going to the track and betting, Beer Man in a couple of weeks on the first Sunday of NFL season action.
Everybody listen up. This is important.
Everybody, I have an urgent and horrifying announcement to make. Cannonball! Beer Man is going to call the wiener dog races.
You got that right, buddy.
At Keeneland.
Keeneland, I thought it was Red Mile.
Oh, it is the Red Mile.
Woo.
My bad, it's the Red Mile.
I was going to be showing up at the wrong spot.
What a perfect time, because you'll have a reason to be there, and then you can just place your bets while you're there.
I know.
Unbelievable. Why don't I get these gigs? Why does everybody in this town hate me?
How do you think your wiener's going to do, Beer Man?
Huh?
It'll shrivel up at the finish line? Is that what you're saying? Hello?
You know. I was telling my daughter the same story.
Prematurely finished?
For the record, I lost a dog, but I have a wiener dog. That's my other dog that I have right now. And my daughter's like, do you think Peanut gets to race? I'm like, I don't think Peanut gets to race.
Why not?
I don't know.
Well, it's not like anybody.
He's a puppy. He's way too distracted right now.
It's all right. He'll have lots of energy.
Well, this is true.
So is your wiener that's been sitting at the gas station for 3 days.
Do you think her wiener will peter out before he hits the finish?
There it is, folks. Joke of the day. Dead Air Dennis Dillon. Wieners peter out. And the picture of the day held by Kalia, our intern.
That's 2 eyes and a nose, right?
Genevieve. We tell it like it is here on the Bottom Line Sports Rocker podcast. Don't forget, Beer Man at the Red Mile for Wiener Schnitzel Day on Sunday, September the 10th. Be there or be a wiener at the gas station under a lamp for several days.
I love lamp.
I love carpet. I love lava.
Brad, are you trying to say that you love the carpet?
Would you like to munch on this carpet?
Do we have any closing thoughts other than munching on weavers?
Dreamweaver. No, let's get started. Let's play football.
I thought the name of that song was Dream Beaver.
Oh, it
makes so much more sense.
I like that.
Nice, beaver.
Thanks, I just had it stuffed.
Naked Gun.
That's
a classic line, folks.
Priscilla Presley and Leslie Nielsen.
And that's
As
it for
the
week
Beaver.
3 and the preseason and Classic Rock 92.1 ESPN 1300, the Bottom Line Sports Rocker podcast. Thanks so much for listening. Good luck to all of your wagers in the preseason. For Brad Taylor and Beer Man and Senator Stivers, this is your host, Dead Air Dennis, signing off.
Do I get to say my little catchphrase now?
You
Can
want
I
to?
finally say my little catchphrase while you're doing your little rigmarole over there?
Do you want to? How about now?
I do.
How about
He's going to add it in post either way.
Hey, you're
how about-
darn right I am.
how about now?
By the way, you can interrupt me all you want. I don't care. All I'm saying is I would like to apologize to both of our listeners for the fact that this has been such a lousy show. I hate all of you equally. Until the next time, as always, hold up the picture with the big penis on it. Screw you, Stivers. I don't care. May the winners be yours. Get us out of here.
Beer down.
Who dey?